supplements that you can take to improve your health and also delay the signs of aging, especially for women. So if you like, please join me and with a round of virtual applause for my friend Gladys Chia. Hello, Gladys.
Hi, Carol. Thanks for having me here.
Hey, thank you for coming to this show. This is the very first episode, and when I created this to share with everybody, and then to be able to showcase the voices of authorities around the world. And thank you so much for being the very first speaker on this show. So Gladys, would you please share with us, your story?
Okay, sure. I am a nurse by practice, as what you have, how you have introduced me. I work in healthcare. As of now, it has been 20 over years, slightly over 20 years. So with this, I have reviewed my age. Yeah. My
would you please
areas
share with
of
us, your
exposure
story?
and experience were in taking care of cancer patients, taking care of geriatrics, that is elderly people, and I believe many of us, especially homegrown, is aware of Philip, a company that made iron and air fryer. So they have a health tech division, and I was working there for some time. Currently, I'm based in an acute hospital, and I work very closely with the medical team, the nurses, the medical social workers to support patients in their discharge care plan. So I'm doing case management with this personnel. On a personal level, I am a mother. I'm a late bloomer when it comes to parenthood. My goal is at her preschool age. I have a mom who stays with me in her early 70s. My sister who is married and stays apart, but we are a closely knitted family. Small and closely knitted. Like during this period, we are video comm at least 2 to 3 times weekly. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I mean, I really totally relate to this video comm because as you know, I'm married to a German, so my in-laws are living in Germany. So on a weekly basis, we do Skype call with them or on the computer so that the kids can still communicate. And then little do I know that because of all this, the current situation, we have to do the same with my parents as well. So it's nothing new to the kids, but for us, it's just a little bit of a change. Yeah. So how are you dealing with the current circuit breaker situation at the moment?
It has been extended as of announced today. So I was given what I'm doing now was given the so-called privilege to work from home most of the time. And working from home is great. Great in the sense we save the traveling time. But working from home with home-based learning is very challenging. Yeah, so basically there's a lot of time management to do because besides our own work, the video comm meetings, the taking care of the chores, we also need to, as parents, we also need to take care of and supervise our children with their homeworks, their studies. Yeah, so I think we as parents, even when we are not parents, that we have to be very patient with ourselves, especially during this period. Yeah.
Totally relate to that. Yes. So you were saying? Yes, something that you want to add on?
Yeah, I wanted to share something as of what I've heard from my friends as well. Quite a number of them have felt unwell. It may not. It is like common cold and cough, like coping up at home and facing many stressors. So it is very, very important to keep ourselves healthy.
So you were saying?
Despite this, no need to
Something
travel
that you want to add
to
on?
work. keep a schedule. I wanted to share something. Still sleep early. As of what I've wake up not too late as well. Eat healthily. Quite a number of them have felt. I think this part unwell. This self-care and self-love part are very, very important.
Yeah. I totally agree with you. I'm just curious, why did you choose healthcare as a profession?
Like coping up at home. Okay, self-care and self-love part are very, very important. Okay, to keep the story short, my dad passed on when I was 15 years
I'm
old.
just curious, why did you
After
choose
the O-level,
healthcare
to
as a
choose
profession?
where coping up at home to study. So my mom and I sat down. And she gave me two choices. Very, very important. To become a teacher or to become a nurse. And at that time, Nanyang Poly, my dad was starting when I was 16 years old. It is called and it gave after bursary. So my mom, being the sole breadwinner, I just wanted to where I just wanted to study, do something, a little something to support the family, to support her. And come to think of it, she has hindsight. Because I was 15 years old, these two jobs to her are iron rice bowls. After the O-level, really just wanted to study, do something, a little something to support the family. Yeah, then I chose nursing. Nursing was the only course. Come to think of it, she has hindsight. That sleep because I was 15 years old. These two jobs after O-level, to her are iron rice bowls, and the rest is history. That was how I started really wanted to study. Do something, a little something.
So you said that this is the only course that you put in onto the sleep, and that means that you have an affinity, a passion as well to help other people. Is that right?
To a large extent, that it was kind of part of me. It is quite inculcated in my family. Our parents, when we went to be it church or temple or other places, where we saw people like on the streets or selling tissue paper, our dad would give us some money to give to them. Without taking the tissue. This was how we were brought up. So yes, I am passionate about supporting people who are in need. There is a feel good factor, but most importantly, when we get into contact with them, it's a two-way thing. It's a relationship, and often I find myself learning from them as well. Yeah.
So is that how you actually cultivated, your love for people? You sounded to me that you have this love for people, and then you want to actually go the extra mile to support their growth. Is that the reason why you started your business in healthcare?
In healthcare.
Yeah.
The business in healthcare. Sorry. I started this business in healthcare, the supplements and such, actually with a very simple thought. And I wanted to share, because what I have been taking I started as a consumer, and what I've been taking have been supporting me, my health, my energy level, and also supporting my mom and my daughter. My daughter has childhood asthma. So every month she runs to ED and GP without fail. But thankfully, ever since we shared these supplements, at the same time she was eating, she was less picky with food. This definitely helps. So now there is no such occurrence of running to the GP as often. Yeah, so I started this business with this thought. I wanted to share what works for my family and me, my sister and brother-in-law inclusive. And I see the same effect, positive effect in my friends and my colleagues. So gradually, this sharing became, I call it my profession. Yeah, and seeing these supplements, seeing what I'm doing, my sharing is able to help. That really gives me a sense of satisfaction. Yeah.
And also because of your background, in nursing, and then your vast working experience in the healthcare industry, So, it's natural, I think, that you are an authority to be able to source out what are the best products and what is best, to for the health of your family and for the people that you are supporting.
Mm. Yes, yes, yeah, totally, Carol. Actually, to start with, I'm open to supplements, being in healthcare. I am not endorsing that taking supplements equals to optimal health with zero illness, zero disease. I'm not endorsing that, but I have witnessed many who are supported by supplements to improve their immunity. When our immunity is improved, many conditions can be better managed, including infectious disease, yeah, which is not a rocket science thing. Yeah, so I did go around to research, and I always ask myself, which is better? There are so many in the market, be it pharmacy, Watson. I have taken many different brands as well. No, but finally, when I chanced upon isotonics, being in powder form, when mixed with water, it becomes an isotonic formula. And with its pH about the same as our body pH, then this definitely increases the absorbency and the efficiency and effectiveness of the supplements as high as 90%. It's like a
Mm.
notch lower than IV therapy, intravenous therapy. So why not? So I went ahead and try it, and the results spoke for itself. Yeah.
Wow. I mean, first of all, I can hear that you're passionate about, about healthcare, and then I can hear that you have a lot of knowledge, to for all the right kind of supplement. So, we're currently, in this current situation. What kind of
Mm,
supplements, or what products would you recommend for us in order to improve our immunity to fight against,
mm,
general immunity, diseases?
mm.
Mm.
Yes. Um, Ever since COVID came into light, yeah, there are many claims. We see many on TV and on social media. But I want to beat garlic supplements or like gargling with salt water and such. And I'm not saying that they don't work. They definitely have their places. Suitability is important. I want to bring us back to the basic, which is vitamin C. Yeah,
Ah,
vitamin
okay.
C mm, is easily available. Is more economical. I think we want to improving immunity, especially during this period. Um, we are not advocating just product ABC, but something that can reach more people. So vitamin C is definitely one of them. Yeah, and it comes in even not as a supplement, but in fruits, vegetables, can be orange, tangerine, lemon. Then vegetable, they can come in Brussels, broccoli. So and berries. Yeah, I love berries. Yeah, so I cannot pop too many berries at one time. So the supplements help. Yeah. So yeah, I still would like to bring us back to vitamin C as a basic of supplementation to build our body up, to improve our immunity. Yeah.
Mm. So what kind of vitamin C's, would you recommend? Because there are so many, right? Like, the very common one that I
Mm.
remember, it's this advertisement for redoxon, right? The
Yes.
effervescent type. And then there's, the
Yeah.
common vitamin C pills, that either you swallow in a capsule, and then or those, that is actually chewable. What type would you recommend based on your experience?
Mm. No offense to effervescence of this. Yeah. So as I was sharing, it's important for our body to be able to absorb what we take in. Yeah. So the efficiency, effectiveness are important. And personally by experience, professionally from what I see. Even there were even articles which showed of late, I think, was it last month or 2 months ago, in some countries, they actually even use vitamin C uh, in the form of intravenous as
Oh.
part of, it's not a treatment per se, but it's proven that vitamin C improves immunity, and immunity is very important to fight against infectious disease or any medical any disease for that matter. Yeah, so what better than knowing a product that has a very close pH to our body. pH, that means the absorbency is there.
Mm.
Yeah, which was why I'm introducing and I'm recommending isotonics supplements. Yeah.
Mm. So how is it different compared to those in the market?
Mm. Okay. It does not come with okay, many of them in the market, although there are some they are effervescent, but from what I can recall, many of them are still in tablets and capsulated. So with this, when we take in, when we consume them, we are actually taxing our liver and our kidney to break them down, because there are fillers and gelatins to hold the pill together, to hold the tablet together. So I think the philosophy is this: no, supplements is to supplement our body with what we are lacking. No, this is maybe you can call it my basic philosophy, my personal philosophy. It should not tax our organ. Yeah, if I'm taking something to build my body, at the same time, I'm taxing this, whatever I'm taking is taxing my organs, then it may be counter-effective. Yeah, so I would say this is one of the primary difference between my brand and many brands outside. Yeah.
Mm. You mentioned something about berries. You know, when I think about berries, right, I think about blackcurrant, right? And then when I
Yeah.
think about blackcurrant berries, I think about antioxidants, right? So,
Yes.
I think vitamin C and antioxidants really do come hand in hand, right? What kind of antioxidants would you recommend?
Mm, totally. Berries are very powerful antioxidants, and look for antioxidants with what we call have high ORAC value. It's like an index, like temperature index is degrees Celsius or Fahrenheit. So this ORAC value, an index, the higher it is, the more I use this term powerful and more easily absorbent it is. So my brand has one which has very high ORAC value. Why do I dare to make this statement? Is because besides cranberry, it has raspberry, it has blueberry, it also has grape and vitamin C and E inside, and is in isotonics formula. Yeah, which I am also taking, and I'm also giving my family members. Yeah, so what you say is totally very true. Antioxidants and vitamin C go hand in hand in improving our immunity level. Mm.
Mm. Wow, that's really a lot of golden nuggets here. Yeah. I'm just out of curiosity, if you want to describe your brand, right? How would you describe your brand in 3 words?
I would say it is safe, it is efficient, it is effective. So why is it safe? As a person with healthcare background, and back to my primary philosophy, my personal philosophy, um, something that we are taking that is taxing the liver and kidney, which are already working very hard for us, metabolizing whatever that we eat. So the supplements ought not tax these organs, and isotonics formula have shown to not tax because it's in, it's isotonics. Then it's efficient and effective. Really also because of its formula. Yeah, there are studies that isotonics is 90% absorbency rate is really like a few percent lower than intravenous, but we can't always have intravenous vitamin C in, yeah, being plugged into us. So the next more easily accessible choice would be an isotonics formula supplement.
Ah, okay. And the things are because you're still holding on to a full-time job and then you have a side hustle
Yes,
as a business. So, I'm
yes,
just curious, what are the challenges that you face, when having to manage two sides, your
yeah.
full-time job and your business?
Yeah, yeah. Um, I hate to say this, time is a factor. Yeah, I used to find people who says I got no time as like an excuse. But then again, let me qualify that later. So yes, because working a full-time job, many of us we have to clock like 8 hours or even longer, especially during this COVID-19 period. Many of us in healthcare are working day and night, being on call even. Yeah. So then besides this, there is a family to take care of. There's a business. So time is a factor. I have gradually learned. I'm still learning better time management, doing scheduling for myself. And when we do scheduling, is to um, consider um, consider our the time and attention that our family need us. So it has to be detailed, and I find this helpful for me. I find that I am less easily frustrated or agitated because I because planning a schedule with consideration of family, when my daughter can come to me and ask me questions, when my daughter can disturb me, when I have to help my mom with something like packing medicines. All these little details, once I put them into schedule, I'm training myself, and quote unquote, I'm training my family, and it really supports us as a whole, because it's never just us, it's never just me managing different things at one go. Also, they are adapting as well. So we are supporting one another, and uh, learning to schedule helps me. Yeah.
Mm,
So to qualify, time cannot be, I won't say cannot, time is not a best reason, because there are ways to overcome this challenge. Yeah.
mm. So what would you say, that what you have to overcome in order
Mm,
to be who you are today?
mm, mm. I would say first would be my faith, my belief. I'm a Christian. Yeah. So daily prayers definitely is a must do. um, and trust by my friends, my family. Um, I am very, very thankful that to a number of them, I become pretty much like a go-to person. They share with me intimate details. They share with me the picture of their ulcers in their mouth, to ask me, hey, what's the next best thing to do? What should I take? What should I not take? Yeah. So having their trust is to say that I'm supporting them, they're actually supporting me. Yeah. And another thing is, I found myself quite optimistic. What we call having things, and whatever challenges life brings us, um, it's a constant reminder. And I'm not saying it's easy to don't to take it as a learning, because once we overcome a challenge, we step into a new realm of, next time if it happens again, I know what to do. Yeah. And I always find that this is important. I always find that when we come to this earth, it's never about me, myself, and I. There are many, many people, and I was one of the beneficiary, I still am, who need support. It can be an extra dollar, it can be an extra prayer, extra pair of hands, extra mask. Yeah, so these are the belief that I have, which have been supporting me to become who I am, and in the future who I want to be. Yeah.
So, coming from a mother to another mother, and I'm sure there's a lot of mothers here, who are watching this, who could actually benefit from this as well. What kind of supplements can we give our children during this time?
Mm, mm, mm. I'm recommending vitamin C. I'm recommending multivite and antioxidant. With antioxidant, it is important to have a closer look at their minimum age that that allows the child to take it, to consume it. Yeah, because of its nature. Yeah. So because many food nowadays, as compared with like 2 decades ago, in its rawest form, the nutrient level cannot be compared with the food in the past. Yeah, and children are facing, not just adults, children are facing many stressors now. When I was a preschooler, I don't have homeworks, but when I look at my daughter, especially during this period, one stack of English homework, she's only she's in K2 only, and she got 20 over pages.
Oh.
So yeah, I feel for her. Yeah. So, so that's all these are stressors, and stressors, we know that they do not affect, they influence the immunity level negatively. Yeah. So and now, and when they go back to school, they're exposed to all kinds of viruses and bugs. As much as we don't want to keep them in the bubble, we want to arm them and shield them adequately, because they really mix with anybody and everybody when they return to school. Yeah.
Mm, okay. Last but not least, as you know that the name of the show is called Rise with Carol Gockel. What does the word rise means to you?
Rise would mean literally from a lower to higher level, and I I would I want to apply in my life, um, not categorizing. So specifically, I want to rise in certain things in business, or in my job, in my family, but wholesomely, to rise, to increase in my knowledge and skill sets. For example, okay, case in point, I am a nurse, and I have taken care of many elderlies before, including elderlies with dementia. No, but taking care of our own parents is a different ballgame altogether. Yeah, so I need this skill set in me, how to communicate with my mom, to be increased, to be risen. Yeah, and like, we may have the knowledge in our brain, in our mind, but how about the communicating and conveying what we have here to our clients, to our friends, family, who need the advice in the way that they can understand. This alone is a is a big skill set, because different people receives knowledge and receives information differently. Yeah, so rise to me is actually very wide. Yeah, but I would say, as I would put it across as the rise in knowledge and skill set for all aspects of my life. Yeah.
I feel very inspired by what you shared, and thank you so much for coming on to the show and sharing
Thank
so
you.
many golden nuggets with all of us. Yeah. So this is the end of our show. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope you enjoy what Gladys have to share today. If you're interested to find out a little bit more, you can contact Gladys directly. Right. So with that, we'll end our show. Right. Thank you, everybody. Goodbye.
Thank you, Carol. Thank you all. Good night.